These girls have...
Coming up on the JS Report, a very special interview with Maggie Graham, a four-time state champion for the Bartlett High School Panthers. All right, this week, Maggie Graham. Maggie joins the show. Maggie, congratulations on a great 4 years of Bartlett High School. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Maggie, let's talk about your state championship run, first of all. Four-time state champion as a Bartlett Panther. How's that feel?
Feels amazing. I didn't really expect it to happen in the beginning of my career in wrestling, but I'm happy it did. I'm happy where I am.
How challenging was it each year in, year out to get that far, but facing some of the tough competition in the state of Tennessee and not only here local?
It was amazing. I love the competition. I love going against hard matches because it helps me learn of what I need to get done and I need to continue to do and what I'm good at. So it's overall really fun.
I'm going to steal a little bit of Thomas Sellers over here, an article that I saw that he interviewed you on. What was probably your hardest match in the state tournament? It sounded like that Rossview girl the last couple of years, maybe.
Yeah. That Rossview girl, she is tough. And she's a good wrestler too. She was really tall as well. It's hard facing tall people in wrestling.
Yeah.
So.
Can you say, like, so she was probably your toughest match all 4 years possible? Or anybody that might have stood out to you?
Genesis Gilmore, she also was a tough match, and Piper Fowler, she's a good wrestler as well. All the girls here are good wrestlers, and we're continuing to grow. So.
Absolutely. Now, I see where also you played middle school football. We just talked about that off air, so let's just talk about your middle school football career. Where did you go to middle school?
I went to middle school at Elmore Park. Football, they supported me. They were like, you wanna do football? It's like, yeah, sure, I want to try it out. And they were like, all right, you're going to learn. And I was like, all right, we're here now. So.
What position did you play?
I was right tackle on the defensive line.
Your mom got done telling us a story that you went under a player's legs to get to the quarterback. So I was like, okay.
It was so much smaller.
Right.
So, it was fun.
So also you were, like we talked about, four-time state champion. Are you in favor of where the state tournament is actually held at for wrestling altogether? You know how some cities, like, people want, like in Memphis, could Memphis host one, Nashville host one, and then Knoxville host one. Are you in favor of where it's at?
Where it's at right now, yes, because it's only 3 hours. So, we had in Chattanooga one year.
Okay.
It was a long drive, and it was a nice tournament, but I think
the venue and everything
Yeah.
fit out okay?
Yeah, it was good.
And then I heard it holds a lot of people as well, so that's one reason I'm thinking that it's probably going to be there for long term as well.
Yeah, me too.
So let's talk about how you get recognized the last couple of days over by not only the City of Bartlett, but the City of Bartlett City Schools in general. Just talk about that accomplishment.
The City of Bartlett gave me a day that I
The
didn't
Maggie
expect
Graham
it.
Day,
The Maggie
people.
Graham Day. I didn't expect that one at all. It was nice to get recognized by City of Bartlett and Bartlett City Schools. It was awesome. They gave me so many opportunities to succeed. So.
Also, you have been traveling a lot lately. First of all, I guess you and your mom are doing a lot of airline miles.
Yeah,
So you build up on that airline miles, mom and daughter. So congratulations. Let's talk about how the traveling over the last couple of weeks. I know it's health on the body for one thing, and just talk about like how much traveling you actually have been doing between now and then before. Like where have you gone?
Went to Spokane, Washington recently. I've been to Colorado. Been a lot of places.
How'd you do in Washington?
I should have done better, but I got in my own head. And
Hey, your own head. You get smarter than that. Come on.
I was going against college girls.
Oh,
It
okay.
just happened.
So you did like an under 20 type. And then talk about the adventure in Colorado. How far did you go in Washington, first of all?
Washington. I went to Seattle. I was Spokane.
Yeah, how far did you go?
I went 3 and 2. Sorry.
It's okay. But anyways, I know we recognize the city of Memphis well, the city of Bartlett well, first of all, so congratulations on that under 20 team. There's also some reports out there that you are going to be wrestling at the next level at Life University down in Georgia. Just talk about how Life University has built their program year in, year out, and now they got you coming in.
They have done amazing recruiting the right type of people for the room, so the atmosphere is work hard, we got this. They're national champs. The people they've brought in are so positive. You can tell that they love wrestling because it's wrestling. So.
Do you have a special role model that you watch, maybe you're wrestling on TV, that you look for, like Alexa Bliss, for example, with WWE, I guess? Do you watch any wrestling in general on TV?
Yeah, Sarah Savage and Latifah McBride, those are probably going to be my practice partners at Life, and they're amazing. They're very talented people.
Do you watch WWE? AEW? You need to start, you never know, you could be trained for that one day, with the NXT down in Orlando.
Yeah, actually one of my teammates has a contract with WWE.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. Just talk about Coach Daniel Longo and the assistant coaches. Daniel Longo, Bartlett will be looking for a new wrestling coach now, so just talk about Coach Daniel Longo and the assistant coaches the last 4 years as well.
I'm so glad he has stayed Daniel Longo has stayed throughout the 4 years and has helped me improve. Siler Hunter, he's the assistant coach. He's a good guy. He's very motivational. He's a good dude.
Yeah, Daniel knows year in, year out like how important wrestling is, because he is actually a wrestler at Bartlett High School himself.
Yeah, he was. So was Coach Siler.
Right.
As well. We had, over the past 4 years, we've had Adrian Keeley, which he helped me my freshman and sophomore year. And now we have Cameron Oliver. He just graduated from Ozarks, so he's coming in as a coach.
That's pretty awesome right there. Keeping it in that pedigree, in other words. Now, I understand also that you're traveling to Tulsa next month. So just talk about how important Tulsa will be before college.
That'll be my last tournament before college and the last time that I'll have with some of my national teammates. So it'll be very important. It's going to be fun though.
Do you have a possible major yet that you want to major in college?
Yeah, I want to major in exercise science and maybe minor in psychology.
Way better than I thought. And then just talk about how the last 4 years, like we talked about off air as well, how the city of wrestling, or not the city of wrestling, but the state of wrestling is pretty much growing year in, year out with more females, women wrestling year in, year out. Maybe they're looking up to you for all we know. Maybe they're seeing Maggie Graham on Twitter or Facebook or Huddle, for example, and saying, I want to be like her one day. What kind of inspiration can you give these females that maybe are not ready to wrestle, but are kind of nervous in a way, but they do want to wrestle?
I would just say try it out. If you like it, keep going. It doesn't really matter what other people say. It's matter what you feel about the sport and what you love to do. If you love wrestling, continue to wrestle. It's gonna show that you love, and you'll continue to grow with it.
Okay, last question.
Okay.
Do you have any Twitter or Instagram so people can follow you on social media?
I have Instagram. It's Maggie._Graham on Instagram.
Can I throw in a question?
Absolutely, Thomas. Go ahead.
What do you feel that wrestling has given you? As you sit here at this young, tender age, you have a day by your city, your hometown, how many kids are honored by their school system? But outside of that, what do you feel like wrestling has given you?
Wrestling has given me a lot of friends, a lot of people that I can consider family now. It's given me just a different mindset as well. There's going to be tough times, but there's always going to be another day to look forward to it.
Hey, and you sound like a kid that's gone through a global pandemic with her classmates and all that good stuff. So doing all that craziness, was wrestling an escape for you?
Yes.
Talk about how important it was. You kept that normalcy when the rest of the world, when you were a freshman, just came to a stop.
Yeah, definitely. It gave me something to do, even though we had to be cautious of how we practiced, who we practiced with, and where we were going.
Did y'all have to wear masks when y'all practiced during that time? I'm being serious.
Yeah, some people did, yeah.
Okay, wow. Because it's a close sport. You talking about contact sport.
Yeah.
So.
You learned hard way. We talked.
Yeah. I felt the grip of your power, so I can speak from first-hand experience. But you have to get engaged and get in close. So there wasn't any fear there.
There was
transitioning from COVID and all that for you personally.
There was a little fear, but I was like, I didn't catch it during COVID. I didn't catch COVID during
the height.
During the COVID, yeah. I didn't. So I was like, okay, I think I'll be good, but I was still cautious of like where I was going to be at. Like the national tournaments were crazy because it's people from everywhere coming in.
And we had to adjust by different cities. But my last question that I'll throw in to you: Does it feel weird when people think of you as a legend or see you as a legend?
Yes.
Why is it? You earned it.
I don't know. I feel like I need to be here longer than where I have been to be considered that.
Hey, James Dean would disagree with you. Marilyn Monroe would disagree with you. You can be a legend real quick. Always remember that, but I'll let you get back to it.
And then, what's the long-term goal for you in the long run?
Olympics, hopefully. Hopefully 2028.
No, let's say 2024.
That's real close.
Never, don't stop believing. You never know.
True, that's true. Yeah.
So, if anybody wants to see Maggie Graham before she graduates, or reach out to her and tell her good luck, she gave her your Instagram. So give her a follow and just say, hey, congratulations on your milestone. Maggie Graham, the GOAT of wrestling right here, joining me on the GS Report this week. Maggie, congratulations on the amazing 4 years.
Thank you.
We're going to be missing you, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
No problem.
Hey, we're happy to have Miss Maggie here for a very special JS Report. Jonathan, he's been pulling out some big-time interviews lately. He stays on his grind on Twitter, just like Maggie has stayed on her grind the past 4 years. I remember the 8th grader that I met coming off the football field, and a proud mom came to me and said, hey, my daughter has done this and done that. She's special. I guess mothers know before everybody else. And she lived up to those expectations and her own expectations that she developed. I was fortunate enough to be there that first title, her freshman year, up there before the world stopped because of the pandemic, February 2020. And she surprised herself when she won, but she hasn't been surprised since that day. Maggie has been dominant, earned this right to have her own day in her own hometown, honored by her school, honored by those who get to know her, even honored by those that she's pinned on the mat. And this reporter here has been honored to watch her career blossom. I know she's going to do great things, and when she's back in this community, pushing the next generation of young ladies on the mat to even greater goals and achievement, she can be like the next Babe Dietrichson. Look that up. She's going to prove to everybody that, hey, greatness is not only what you do physically, it's what you do when it comes from the heart. So, hey, congratulations, Maggie, and hey, we're proud to have a legend up in here, and you know you're not a stranger around here. Please come visit us. Keep us posted on how great you're doing down there in Georgia. Best of luck, and hey, like Jonathan said, you're the GOAT.